Welcome all of you. Today we are going to go through two different concepts of translation, the old focus and the new focus. The older focus in translating was the form of the message, and translators took particular delight in being able to reproduce stylistic specialities of the text, such as rhythms, rhymes, plays on words, parallelism, unusual grammatical structures. As for the new focus in translation, it has shifted from the form of the message to the response of the receptor, and therefore, what one must determine is the response of the receptor to the translated message. Even the old question, is this a correct translation, must be answered in terms of another question, namely, for whom? Correctness must be determined by the extent to which the average reader for which a translation is intended will be likely to understand it correctly. There are new attitudes with respect to the receptor language, among which are: number one, each language has its own genius. That is to say, each language possesses certain distinctive characteristics which give it a special character. Example: word building capacities, unique patterns of phrase order, techniques for linking clauses into sentences, markers of discourse, and special discourse types of poetry, proverbs, and songs. Number two, to communicate effectively, one must respect the genius of each language. That is, one must respect the features of the receptor language and exploit the potentialities of the language to the greatest possible extent. Number three, anything that can be said in one language can be said in another, unless the form is an essential element of the message. That is to say, for the average person, the potential and actual equivalence of languages is perhaps the most debated point about translation. Number four, to preserve the content of the message, the form must be changed. If all languages differ in form, and this is the essence of their being different languages, then quite naturally the forms must be altered if one is to preserve the content.